Can learning to draw help you leave Brazil? I believe it can, but it's actually two different problems. One is learning to draw, and the other is leaving Brazil. For the first goal, to help with the second, it will depend a lot on your personal inclinations and how you plan to make it happen. Don't worry, I will give you some context, especially if you're not Brazilian. Como sair do Brasil, rudely translated as how to quit Shitzel, is a very common topic online, and of course it reflects a pessimistic view of the culture itself. Right now, what's frustrating most Brazilians is the violence, corruption, and political repression. So at the end of the day, the real theme of this video is how to achieve your personal goals through art. And I'm not the most experienced person in the world on that. I'm making this video to document my journey and make friends around the world. I also know that some people are interested in Brazil, so I've been using the topic in my videos. I still haven't seen anyone online talk about living off what you love without having zero experience, never having worked in regular jobs for years on end, 15 years in my case, or being excessively materialistic to the point of viewing money as an end in itself. As for living Brazil, it's clear that most people who migrate to another country end up failing simply because they decided to bring their Brazilian mindset with them. I saw this because I don't believe your external life will change if your inner life stays the same. Just to show you that I don't consider the material side as essential. This is why the term non-practicing Brazilian has become common in Brazil. In this channel, I won't talk about how to make money, although you might do so indirectly. Instead, I will share my experience with the aim of contributing to your personal development, and I also hope to learn from you. Perhaps many of you watching this video won't get anywhere with drawing or art, but I believe there is a life plan for each person according to their natural qualities, inclinations, environment. I hope you are able to develop and fulfill yourself to the fullest. So in this video I will talk about what I'm doing to achieve my goals, and hopefully it will help you with yours. I will also share 11 tips that could be useful in improving your artistic journey, and I will go over the topics shown on the screen. There is a link in the description that takes you directly to the section where I talk about this. Now I will start by discussing what I've been working on, my plans for the future, Togashi's Girls Sketchbook Tour, and tips for reaching your drawing goals. I'm not that skilled at speaking, so I need your help through question and topic suggestion. Feel free to follow me on Instagram and leave a comment on the video. I'm looking to connect with English and Japanese speakers. Last year, I started teaching myself how to draw. I searched for lessons on YouTube while I also exploring Japanese pop culture, anime, music, and related topics. I began looking for things I would enjoy drawing, particularly Yoshihiro Togashi art and Hunter x Hunter. I believe drawing things you love help you stay motivated. I also sought to immerse myself in Japanese culture and learn the language. Currently, I'm working on creating something tangible with the goal of making money from my art. I'm about to start my first works for sale mainly drawings on paper focused on anime-themed room decor. I've also sought out other works by Togashi, mainly to learn how to draw girls. I really admire this mangaka's art. These are some drawings I've done for practice, including the girls from Togashi Sensei's work. And one more thing, I've been collecting references from books, movies, and mangas to create my own manga. It's been the most fun thing I do whenever I have free time. I've thought about a lot of things I want and don't want to include in my story. Tips for achieving your drawing goals. Disclosure: build organic connections. It's best to start promoting your work to people you actually know, rather than just posting randomly online where no one will see it. Begin with small posts, take photos, create illustrations, write and share them privately with people. Little by little, you will build real connections and find people interested in your work. Authenticity: create something you truly believe in, don't sell lies. Instead of following the crowd and making good art, make art that you personally think is good. This will give your work more personality and strength. Make money, don't wait until you know how to draw. You could spend a lifetime studying drawing, because the learning never really ends. But for example, do you need to study architecture before you can create a product to sell, like a chair? The same goes for drawing. You can fail 1,000 times. You just need to make sure the work you put out is satisfactory to the customer. Don't spend money, use creativity. Don't wait for the perfect setup. Constantly waiting for new equipment to improve your art is just an excuse that will lead to paralysis. The opposite of that is challenging yourself to be creative with little material and improvise. Believe in yourself. Where does your self-esteem come from? Do you wait for others to recognize you before you feel good about yourself? Or do you base your self-esteem on how you evaluate yourself? Overcome challenges, turn difficulties into opportunities. Resilience. Life is not all sunshine and rainbows. Our days made up of at least 60% of things we didn't plan for and don't want to do. That's why we need to be adaptable and use small new habits to overcome obstacles, both at home and outside. Believe in the fundamentals, but also know when to question them. Use the fundamentals, but don't put too much faith on them. What will make you draw well is your own desire to draw. A personal journal and a journal for others. Keep a journal for yourself to guide you through your inner voice. From you to you, it helps you get organized and clarify your plans for action. And keep a journal for others. What does this mean? It doesn't mean you will open up your life to a bunch of idle people, but rather document your journey so others can learn about your work and connect with you. Draw what you love. If you draw things you don't like, you will lose the passion to do what you love. Admire, don't envy. Making art is about self-expression, creating something only you can create. Don't you think? If you believe in your own abilities, you won't waste time with envy. The greatest enemy is not what you think. The greatest enemy of all time is technology. To simplify, the smartphone. It steals our time, makes us lazy, and influences us poorly. I think this is by far the worst part. Many will deny this, saying we gain so much from access to knowledge. But is true knowledge really being sought, or do most people use the internet for trivial things, if not worse, like gambling, bad music, or prostitution? Even with more freedom through the internet, that same freedom is being stolen from us through cyber totalitarianism, like governments censoring users for their opinions or controlling financial movements through their own monetary system. Tips for outsmarting your enemy. I will share a few simple measures to help those who want to improve their drawing. Use a browser extension that blocks ads. Train the algorithm. Only search for content that interests you so you are not recommended junk. Never go to the Reels, Shorts sections or similar, where all sort of nonsense gets pushed, unless you want to turn into a trash can. Put your phone on silent mode and disable notifications for apps. When you see a post about news or some other nonsense, click the three dots and mark it irrelevant or something similar. Don't use streaming service. Start downloading your music and movies in high quality, store them on a physical HD or your own cloud. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm looking to connect with English speakers, so I invite you to follow me on Instagram. I try to post in English there. Thanks for your support and take care.